Mr. Kennedy was aware that the last court date
to have that already yet. So
Charge. Want to go to jail? No, I don't. Court calls case People versus Melissa Floyd.
Andrew Childers, parent on behalf of the
All right, Judge, this is public defender Hannah Apple on behalf of Ms. Floyd.
A woman at her absolute breaking point. She's lost her car twice in 30 days, just landed a new job she desperately needs to get to, and now she's sitting in custody. But here's the twist. The case in front of the judge isn't even what's holding her. There's another case with a massive bond looming over her head. She's emotional, she's frustrated, and she keeps interrupting the one person trying to help her get out. Will her desperation cost her everything? Or will the judge find a way to give her one more chance to get back on her feet? This case is about to get real. Let's break it down.
Ms. Floyd, will you state your name for the record?
Melissa Floyd.
Thank you.
Your Honor, our office did confirm that we have a conflict on this matter. We're asking for an adjournment for new counsel to be appointed. And I also did not have a chance to meet with Ms. Floyd. I think she was taken into custody yesterday.
Okay. Ma'am, do you have anything else holding you at all?
No, I don't. I actually have to be to work tonight. I just got this job at Zingerman's. I have to be to work tonight at 8 o'clock. I just lost my car again for the second time in 30 days, Your Honor. I have to go get my car out again.
Hold on a moment.
I'm really at a breaking point. You know what? Like, I'm tired. I can't take no more charge after blow after blow. I'm taking after blow. And I just keep on trying to walk. Keep on getting up.
All right, let's pause here for a second because this is heavy. Melissa Floyd is pouring her heart out in this courtroom. She just got a new job at Zingerman's, which, if you don't know, is a well-known deli and restaurant in Ann Arbor, and she has to be there by 8 p.m. tonight. But she's been taken into custody, lost her car for the second time in a month, and she's telling the judge straight up, she's at her breaking point. Blow after blow after blow. You can hear the exhaustion and frustration in her voice. But here's the thing. While her emotions are completely valid, the way she's expressing them in court, that could work against her. The judge is clearly trying to help, but she needs to let him. Let's see if she can pull it together.
Okay, listen to me. All right? Because I'm trying to find, why I asked the question, because I'm trying to find a way to get you out of here if we can.
There's nothing to be.
Hold on.
If you keep interrupting me, then I'm not going to try anymore. Okay? Just you need to listen to me. I get where you are. I have on this case a personal recognizance which bothers me because I'm not sure why she's here.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting from a legal standpoint. The judge just said something crucial. On this particular case, Melissa Floyd has a personal recognizance bond. For those who don't know, a personal recognizance bond, or PR bond, means you're released based on your promise to appear in court. No cash, no bail bondsman, just your word. So if that's the case, why is she sitting in custody right now? The judge is confused, and honestly, so is everyone else. Something else is holding her, and it's not this case. The public defender confirms they didn't receive any bond violation notice. So what's really going on here? This is about to get complicated real fast.
Your Honor, I don't have any information. I received word this morning from the court that she was in custody. I was confirming I did not receive a bond violation of any kind. I spoke with the court this morning. They were not in receipt, so I am unsure and I didn't have a chance to speak with Ms. Floyd either. I can try to check X-Jail to see if there's information.
Because on the
There appears
case,
to be a new case.
On a judge.
hold on. What kind of case is that?
I have
Yeah.
GOP 1,000 to 20,000.
And there it is, folks. $100,000. That's a bond on a completely separate, new case that's holding Melissa Floyd in custody. This isn't about the case currently in front of the judge. This is something else entirely. We don't know what the new charge is, but a $100,000 bond? That's significant. That's not a minor offense. And now the picture becomes clearer. She's caught between two cases. The one before the judge has a personal recognizance bond, meaning she should be free on that. But this new case with a six-figure bond is what's keeping her locked up. Now the judge has to figure out how to navigate the situation so she can potentially get to her new job tonight. The pressure is on.
Okay, and she's set to be arraigned before the magistrate today already?
That's what Extreme says.
Okay. So, all right, so listen to me. What time, just listen. What time do you have to work?
8 p.m.
Okay, here's the thing. The magistrate's gonna see about what time.
And I really would like to go to work.
You're gonna be arraigned with the magistrate right now.
Okay, Miss Floyd, you're gonna have to listen to me, okay? Because I'm gonna try to explain it so find a way to get you out so you can go to work. Okay? The magistrate, your case is set, that other case that's holding you is set to be heard for the magistrate this afternoon, right? Or at 11.
On the document, I don't know.
So we don't know if the. All right. So here's what I'm going to do, Miss Floyd. On your case today, I'm going to adjourn you out to the 18th. All right, this case here, because this case is not holding you.
You're back here on the 18th in person.
Nine.
I was gonna come
And
here
then-
physically this morning.
It's okay.
Oh,
Miss Floyd, I'm going to try one more time. Are you going to listen to me? Because if you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to stop trying.
You can hear the judge's patience wearing thin, and honestly, can you blame him? He's literally trying to help her find a way to get her released so she can make it to her new job at 8 p.m., but Melissa keeps interrupting, keeps talking over him, and isn't letting him finish explaining the process. This is such an important lesson for anyone who finds themselves in court. Even when you're stressed, even when you're at your absolute lowest, you have to let the judge speak. They control the outcome. They're the ones who can help you, or make things much, much worse. The judge even says it straight. If you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to stop trying. That's a warning. Let's see if she finally gets the message.
yes, sir.
All right. So I'm adjourning this case out to the 18th. I'm going to continue your bond because on this case, you have a personal bond. All right. This case that I have that you're here
Right,
is not holding.
right.
The case that's holding you, the magistrate will arraign you today if the paperwork is over here. All right. What I would suggest, Miss Apple, is somebody from the PD there may still be a conflict of some type, but that's okay. She'll have somebody there representing. Two things. If for whatever reason the paperwork itself doesn't get here, I need somebody to contact my office right away, and I will figure out something to do so she can get herself out and get to work. Okay? That's the first thing. And the second thing is if her bond, because I don't see the bond sheet or anything like that right now. If her bond is not set in a way which allows her release, I need somebody to in some way get to my office also so I can so that I will take a review of her bond.
Understood.
Now we're getting somewhere. Watch what this judge just did. He laid out a complete game plan to help Melissa Floyd. First, he's adjourning her current case to the 18th and continuing her personal recognizance bond, so this case won't hold her. Second, he's making sure the public defender's office has someone representing her at the magistrate hearing for the other case this afternoon. And here's the real power move. He tells the attorney that if the paperwork doesn't come through, or if the bond on that new case doesn't allow for her release, they need to contact his office directly so he can personally review it. That's a judge going above and beyond. He's not required to do any of that. He's doing it because he recognizes someone who's struggling and genuinely trying to get back on their feet. That's the kind of compassion that can change lives.
Okay,
I'll follow up on that.
you get that, Miss Floyd?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what you need to do,
Thank
you're welcome. But what you need to do is just calm down. I get what you're telling me. And we're gonna do everything
I
we
keep
can.
taking them, bow, bow, bow. I keep taking them and trying to get back up. Trying to get back up.
We're going to do everything we can to get you to work. Okay?
All right,
Go through the process.
I get it. You keep taking hits, you keep getting back up. All right, and all I'm gonna tell you is you just gotta keep getting back up. Sometimes that's the way just life is. I've taken my own share of them, and you just
I
get
know.
back up, you just
I
say
know.
what you gotta say, keep smiling and keep moving on, and don't worry about the rest of the stuff, okay?
Man, if that doesn't hit you right in the chest, I don't know what will. The judge just dropped some real wisdom here. You keep taking hits. You keep getting back up. Sometimes that's just the way life is. And then he gets personal. He says he's taken his own share of hits too. That's not something you hear from a judge every day. He's humanizing himself, connecting with her on a real level. His advice? Keep getting back up. Keep smiling. Keep moving on. Don't worry about the rest. It's simple, but it's powerful. This is a judge who clearly cares about the people who come before him. But he's also about to make something else very clear. There's a right way and a wrong way to handle yourself in his courtroom.
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
So if you come in here again, you come in here acting like that again, we're gonna have a different kind of problem.
Okay, sir.
You got it? All right, you have a great day. We're done with this. We're done. Court calls case, people versus Carla Bordine.
Andrew Childers.
And that is how you see the justice system at its most human. Let's recap what just happened. Melissa Floyd came into court in custody, emotionally overwhelmed, and at what she described as her breaking point. She had just landed a new job at Zingerman's and needed to be at work by 8 p.m. She lost her car twice in 30 days. Life was hitting her hard. The confusion? She was in custody, but not because of the case in front of this judge. On that case, she had a personal recognizance bond, meaning she should have been free. What was actually holding her was a separate, new case with a $100,000 bond that was set to be arraigned before the magistrate later that same day. Throughout the hearing, Melissa kept interrupting the judge, out of frustration, out of desperation, and the judge warned her multiple times. If you keep interrupting me, I'm going to stop trying to help. But despite her behavior, he didn't give up on her. He adjourned her current case to the 18th, continued her personal bond, and set up a plan so that if the other case's bond wasn't manageable, his office would be contacted directly to review it. Then came the real moment. The judge gave her life advice. He acknowledged she's been taking hit after hit, but reminded her that's just life sometimes. You get back up. You keep smiling. You keep moving forward. And then the warning. Come back acting like that again, and there will be a problem. This case shows both sides of Courtroom. The frustration of someone who feels like the system's against them, and a judge who's willing to extend compassion while still maintaining order. It's a reminder that how you carry yourself in court matters, but also that there are people in the system who genuinely want to help. If this case moved you or made you think, drop a comment below. Do you think the judge handled this the right way? Have you ever been at a breaking point where you needed someone to just listen? We want to hear your story. Smash that like button. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss another powerful courtroom moment like this one. We'll see you in the next breakdown.